Hello, friends. What do you think one of the answers is going to be related to slowing down the onslaught of Alzheimer's disease and or dementia throughout the world, not just in America, but throughout the world? What do you think some of the answers are going to be to help that? Do you think that maybe there's going to be a great new breakthrough drug or two that might actually work? Do you think there might become a surgical intervention that will be able to work? I would love to know, what do you think some of the answers might be that are going to slow down the onslaught of Alzheimer's and dementia? Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Becky, back with a Better Brain Tip today. And the reason that I'm asking that question is because up to this point, there aren't really any good medical and or pharmaceutical interventions that are going to help with Alzheimer's disease or dementia. Now, you'll see stories on the news that will talk about that. There's no doubt about that. They'll say, oh, there's a new wonder drug, and it'll make a splash, a big splash for a week or a two or a month, and then you won't hear anything else, because sadly the medicine didn't do what it said it was going to do, and it just quietly fades away until a new one comes out, and then it'll get all the splash. And then again, a month or two, maybe if you're lucky, you might hear about it for 6 months, but then no peep, fades away, because again, sadly, there isn't any medical intervention right now. So what's the answer then? Is the answer we're just going to sit and we're going to watch our brains decay, and we're just going to slowly die in front of all of our family and friends? Well, that's not what I'm going to do, that's for sure. And again, as most of you know, my mom and my dad both died of Alzheimer's disease. And I watched that and I said, no, not happening. I'm not going out like that. And I want to share with you, again, I love sharing clinical studies, because the good news is there's studies that are going on all the time. They're just not making a whole lot of news, but here's a study, and you can see, and it was a 2-year study, and this was published in Lancet, which is a British medical journal, a peer-reviewed British medical journal, and this study was done in 2015, well, published in 2015, so 9 years ago. And they did a study, again, you can see it's a 2-year study, where they looked at intervention protocols of diet, of exercise, of cognitive training, and vascular training. So they were doing aerobic testing to keep the heart healthy, they were doing brain testing and brain games to keep the brain healthy, and they were doing diet and exercise. And everybody that was in this study, the age was 60 to 77 years old. So they did an entire broad spectrum assessment, looking at cognitive function, looking at cardiovascular function, looking at a wide variety, looking at what were the foods they were eating before they started the study, and they put together a comprehensive study to change diet, to change exercise, and to change, again, brain games as well. And again, the exercise was to help muscles and heart. And the study went on from 2009 to 2011. So it was a 2-year study, and then it took them from 2011 to 2015 to gather all the data and put the data together. And the great news is that all of these people at the end of the 2-year study had improved cardiovascular health, had improved muscular health, had improved cognitive health. But again, there was no magic pill. There was no magic potion that got them there. It was just lifestyle interventions. And so I know that I just keep beating the drum about doing things to help your brain, because if you've watched a loved one die of this disease, it sucks real bad. And if we're just going to sit on the couch and just wait for a magic pill or a magic surgery to help us, we're going to sit on that couch until we die. And that isn't any way to go. So I just want to encourage you, and I want to inspire you. And again, in the show notes, I'll have the link to this study. You can look at it yourself and read it and see how the results of the participants were. But again, it's important to know everybody in this study started the study between the ages of 60 and 77 years old. Now, one of the things that I found, I'm going to say tee-hee, I thought it was a little bit funny, that they talked about what was the most common adverse event that took place in this study. The most common adverse event was muscle soreness, because this is a group of people that had not been exercising, many of them probably never in their entire life. So when you're 60 to 77 years old and you start exercising, your muscles might get a little sore. So that was the adverse event. The adverse event wasn't, it was a medicine that gave you a heart attack. It was a medicine that gave you stroke. It was a medicine that caused, fill in whatever blank. No, their muscles were sore because they ain't never exercised before. So please, I want anybody that's at this channel watching, because either A, you've lost a loved one, or B, you're watching a loved one go through this process. Please know you don't have to fall victim to this. There are things you can do starting now that can improve the health of your brain, that can improve cognitive function. Please don't be a victim of a horrible, horrible disease that has no magic pill or magic potion. It's just going to require you become serious about eating right, about physical exercise, about mental exercise, about good quality sleep. And for some people, there's going to be some key supplements that are going to be important too, to support the health of the brain, to support the health of the immune system, to support the health of the heart. But again, there's things that you can do. And I want you just to get that more than anything else. There's hope, there's encouragement. You can turn the tide. You just have to do something about it. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and also hit the notification bell so that when I come up with every day, again, I do a Better Brain Tip Monday through Friday. And it's just a quick 1-minute grab. Quick thing you can do every single day to help your brain. So thank you for tuning in. And I look forward to sharing tips and tricks every single solitary day with you. Take good care. We'll talk soon. Bye now.